there are lots of little ways where we can bring ourselves back to the center. Stress and anxiety are really things that it's like we're not focused in the present moment. We're either focused in the past or we're focused in the future, and we're not like living right here, right now. And what happens in the brain is that there's different components in the brain, and when we're ruminating on things that we have already done, then we're not thinking about our present moment, right? Thinking about things that we've said to people. Oh my gosh, did I say this wrong? Did I, the different tone? I noticed that, I hear this all the time. I noticed that, they changed their body language, or they made a face, or they this or they that. And it's there's people out in the world who have a tendency to like really focus on the way that other people respond, as opposed to like really staying true to themselves. And I know it's one thing to say, okay, well, no, just be true to yourself, just stand up for yourself, but that's a process, especially when people have not really understood, excuse me, especially when people have not really understood how we're all born sovereign and with agency, with our own individuality. But as we're raised, sometimes there are different components or different experiences that we have in our lives that make us focused more on other people outside of ourselves. And so if that's a learned behavior, then it takes a little bit for us to like really take a step back and do other things, think other thoughts. And so I have a bunch of different ways that I could help bring you back to the present moment. And they're little things. They're things that you can do, like as if you're in your office and you're having a moment, you're having like your mind starts to go off and think about how you said something to somebody earlier in a meeting, or last night at dinner, or last weekend. It may be like a family function, or if you've got this upcoming event with some people and there's someone there that that you haven't really always had the best experience with, and you start to think about, oh gosh, what could happen. There's many different things that you can do to kind of bring yourself back in the present moment. And if you take both of your hands, if you use your left hand and your right hand at the same time, that engages both sides of your brain. And so what happens is you can like literally start to focus back on the present moment. And so if you were to take something that's called I just forgot what it was called. It's called hand tracing. I'm sorry. And so if you take your hand, like you take one hand, I'm right-handed. So I'm going to take my left hand and I'm just going to trace it. And so if I just take my hand and I trace it, and then that's all I do. And as I'm doing it, I can actually breathe in. And when I get to the top, then I can breathe out. And then breathe back in. And then bring back out. And then one more time, in and out. And back around and all the way down to the bottom of my hand. And then I just take a deep breath. And that brings me back to the present moment. And if I'm still ruminating, still thinking about those things, I can do it again. Just come back. Just do it with me, okay? So up and down. And up and down. And up, inhale, and down. And up, down. Up again, one final time, and down. And stop for a moment And take another deep breath. Hold it at the top. And breathe. And you can do that as many times as you want. That's called the hand tracing technique. And so that will bring you back bring you more grounded, bring you back to the present moment, and allow you to be more in your body so you can make clearer thoughts. You can have clearer thoughts. You can have more clarity in your thinking, more understanding, more direction, and less stress, right? And more confidence. So because you're not thinking about all the other things, you're here, right now, right here, right now. So that's one of the things. Just remember, it's called the hand tracing technique. And so you're going up, and every time you go up, you're breathing in, and every time you go down, you're breathing out. Okay? So go ahead and try that. And leave a comment below and let me know what you think about it. Okay? Awesome. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.